So, this is Pokemon Sorting Edition. This is the CPT that me and Subhaan worked on. So I'm going to click play, and as you can see, our character is going to be walking towards this PC over here. So he's going to walk up to the PC, and he's going to begin our animation. So, hello, I am Red. Today, I will be showing how array sorting works with my 6 Pokemon. Use Enter or Space to continue, and use the back button if you missed anything. So as you can see, we're talking about insertion sort. This is Bulbasaur, Charmander, Squirtle, Porygon, Mareep, and Larvitar in order. Let's pretend that these 6 Pokemon are inside an array. The red boxes will be a visual guide. The empty space in our box can be a temporary variable, which refers to this one. Now I like to sort these all alphabetically, so the order would be Bulbasaur, Charmander, Larvitar, Mareep, Porygon, and finally Squirtle. And to do this, I will use insertion sorting, which is an algorithm that can sort arrays quickly and efficiently. Insertion sorting is an algorithm that is used for sorting by swapping each element inside the array. So let's start with Bulbasaur. Insertion sorting will not actually look here, because typically it looks to the left of each different element. Since there's nothing at the left of index 0, we don't actually start at Bulbasaur, so we're going to ignore this one. Now I move on to Charmander. Looking to the left, B comes before C, so we'll keep Charmander in its spot. Squirtle also stays in its spot because C comes before S. In Porygon's case, P comes before S, so Porygon is going to switch with Squirtle. Now, I also want you to take a look at this code here. Now, what do you think this could mean? So, this code is actually what the insertion sorter would look like in Java. It uses a compare to function, and it's by comparing these 2 strings, and then it swaps them alphabetically. So as you can see, Porygon will be right here, and Squirtle will be right here in these 2 different variables. This while loop runs and swaps the 2, and then finally Porygon moves into this box over here. Since Mareep is lower than both Porygon and Squirtle, it will go to the temp variable, and both Porygon and Squirtle will move up. This is how insertion sort typically works. So as you can see, using this while loop, Mareep is going to move here, and this is basically just simplified down, but they would both individually switch, but in this animation what I did was I just made them both move to these boxes. Then Mareep moves to this box over here. Now that you have a better understanding of insertion sorting, I'll let the process go on, and we'll see how Larvitar will move in the same vein as Mareep did. So as you can see, Larvitar is in this box, and then he moves all the way over here, and this while loop is the reason why they all move over here. Now they're all sorted. So now as you can see, this array is fully sorted. It's now sorted alphabetically using the power of insertion sorting. But wait, it seems like these Pokemon are about to evolve. So now they're going to evolve. And as they evolve, their names are going to change, and they're going to have different names, and therefore we have to swap them again. So this is what we're going to use. We're going to do a different type of method that I call bubble sorting. So now that these Pokemon have evolved, they're out of order again. So we'll use bubble sorting, which is a different algorithm. Bubble sorting works by comparing 2 adjacent indexes of an array, then swapping them if the lower index has a greater value than the higher. So to start, we compare Ivysaur to Charmeleon. Because I is before C, we have to move Ivysaur down to the temp variable, move Charmeleon to index 0, and then move Ivysaur to index 1. This is going to keep repeating very easily, and it's very repetitive. Now we're going to check Ivysaur and Pupitar. Because P is after I, we leave these 2 and continue onto the next. Now we have to swap Pupitar and Flaffy, since P is after F. We move Pupitar to the temp variable, Flaffy to index 2, and Pupitar to index 3. And as you can see, this is going to continue a lot. So Pupitar now needs to be compared to Porygon 2. Because the U in Pupitar is after the O in Porygon 2, we have to swap these 2 again. So they're both going to swap here. The last comparison in the inner loop is Pupitar and Wartortle, both of which are in the correct position. When we reach the last index of the array, the last index is sorted. Now when we run through the inner loop, the index of the end is 1 less than what it was. So we can skip over to Charmeleon because C is before I, and therefore since Charmeleon is in the right spot, we don't have to do anything with this. Now I compare Ivysaur and Flaffy. Because F is before I, we have to swap Ivysaur and Flaffy like how I did before. We have to check on the remaining 3 Pokemon being Ivysaur, Porygon, and Pupitar, and make sure they are in order. So now that we've seen they're in order, because Pupitar is at the 4th index, we know that Pupitar is where it's supposed to be, and that index 4 is sorted. Now that we look at the other remaining Pokemon, we compare them and see if anything needs to be swapped. Because there's no changes made, that we know that all these Pokemon are sorted, and they are now all sorted in this array. Thanks for watching!